Hey guys, it's your girl DJ Sims and I'm here with DJ Limelight and welcome back to the Culture Podcast. Today we have a very, very special guest with us. She's an actress, content creator, influencer, dancer, you name it all. And we're so happy to have her in the building. She goes by the name of Anoushka Chadha.
Oh my God! A round of applause as well. Thanks guys, that was a lovely intro. Thank you so much.
I don't know why you look like you're being sarcastic, but it's
No,
I'm joking. Nah, it's all good to have you up on there. You know, we feel like now is a good time to empower our people in a way that people feel more proud to be brown. And obviously, you've been doing some amazing stuff, man. But first and foremost, how's life treating you?
Life is good. Life is really good at the moment, actually. I feel like I've waited for a job, like picture this, for a while. And I've been hustling. I've been hustling and doing all the other side jobs, like acting, all the other like smaller acting jobs. And I was waiting for a big role like this. So now life is good. Life is on the up.
And like you do quite a lot of things, like, you know, obviously you do acting, which we'll get a lot into, but you know, you do the content creation, the dancing. Like, for those who don't know, how did you like actually get into social media and acting? Like, what was your first sort of like step into it?
So social media, I've kind of always loved TikTok. I've loved it. And then I actually have a best friend called Kyron Hamilton. He posts TikToks. He's got millions of followers now. Like, he's amazing. And he's like my best friend. We met at drama school. And he just blew up. Like, his videos are so funny. He's hilarious.
I've seen him a lot
He's
online.
so funny. His videos blew up. And all of a sudden, his whole world just, like, changed. And I was like, oh, my God, Kyron, like, this is crazy. Like, you're minted, actually. You're making so much money. Everyone's, like, in love with you. I was like, this is crazy. His whole life completely changed. So then I was kind of like, I was kind of doing a little few videos here and there. And then I had one video that hit like 14 million. And then I woke up with like 20K. And I was like, am I an influencer? I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? And then I just honestly just started posting a lot of lifestyle. Like, I think a lot of people like seeing like behind the scenes of an actor and stuff like that. Just funny content, food videos. I was kind of just doing it all. And then slowly and surely like gained a following.
Yeah, that's lit, man. But you know, like that waking up to that reaction to a video, and then feeling like, am I an influencer? That's actually quite interesting. I've never really heard anyone talk about that initial video or thing that just makes you start to question, okay, is this actually a potential career?
That was it, because before I didn't have that many followers, probably like, I don't know, 2,000, something like that. I was posting kind of crap, like my content wasn't good. It was just like fling it up, whatever. That was kind of funny, and nothing was like doing me well. I didn't really care much about it. But then when you wake up and you have this 20K and you think, wait, actually that's what people work towards for like ages. I was really lucky just waking up like that. Then I thought, obviously I knew I wasn't an influencer, I'd been posting crap, but like then I was like, oh, actually I can do something here. If I've already got this, I need to keep these people entertained right now. If they're already here and they've already followed me, then I need to like, I can capitalize on it now. Do you know what I mean? I had a very easy step into
You might
it.
think it's easy, but I don't think that's necessarily the case. Maybe it's just because you're prepared to do more with it. Because some people, like you said, they work so hard, and that could be their pinnacle of their career, is getting those views on that one video, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But maybe because you have so much more in mind, and you're so far ahead in terms of what you're thinking, your friend circles, because you've just, in this, we've been chatting for 3 minutes, but you've already explained that your friend circles are go-getters. They're going out there and they're getting
definitely.
it. You're seeing the bigger picture before it's become even a picture in your life.
That's very true.
When it's landed,
You're so wise.
no, but
that is very true. I think I've always surrounded myself with people who have big goals and huge goals, and I think you guys definitely do as well. So I think seeing other people's successes, you think, wow, that is amazing. Like, I want to do that. You've inspired me, kind of vibe. And that's how I felt about Kyron.
Yeah, and then like even the fact that you've like, you know, ventured out, like, you know, you said you want to like keep that audience engaged and like almost plan your content from there, because before you had no direction. Yeah. How important is it for people to do that, get out of their comfort zone and not just like post content for the sake of it, but have a plan?
I think everyone used to be like on TikTok, you have to post 5 times a day, like you have to post every day. Like, I was thinking, oh my God, no, because you're going to come up with crap quality videos. I think it's definitely quality over quantity, and I think people are realizing that you can't just keep posting really crap videos. Like, also, people love like good editing these days, like a good hook, and that takes time. That takes time to make a good video that's actually engaging to watch. So I definitely, with me, it's very lifestyle content. Like it's kind of just my life. But I can see people have a lot of like really good niches and they really stick to it and it really works for them. For me, that didn't really work. I can't do too many things. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I need to do it all in one place.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're just keeping it as real to yourself as possible, right?
Yeah. I quite like, that's what I wanted, like, them to be like, oh, I didn't want to be known for like TikTok per se. I wanted to be known for like, oh, that she's an actress, but oh, she's got a really fun TikTok. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? There's like that girl from, I think she's in EastEnders, Maisie something, the ginger girl. She is so funny on TikTok, but she's known for like being in EastEnders. I mean, exactly. I think she was in it for years. But then they go, oh, she's an actress. Oh, she's actually doing really well on TikTok as well. Do you know what I mean? That was kind of what I wanted. Yeah,
it's kind of for like with you, innit? Because with Sims, it's like she's active on TikTok, but we never take away the element of DJing.
No, yeah.
Her being a DJ, and because that gets her paid, and the music element of it is very, very important as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. And would you say, like, growing up for you, you had a lot of like family support? Like, I know your sister's in the industry as well.
Yeah.
So, like, was it quite easy for you just to like go down the path you wanted to follow, rather than the conventional, like, like go to uni and get this degree, like South Asian sort of,
do you know, I was
typical vibe.
So lucky.
Yeah.
Like, my family have always been so supportive. I also think my older sister did pave the way a bit. I think she got the brunt of it all. And then it made it much easier for me, much easier for my little sister. But honestly, like, I don't know about you, like your family, like they must be really supportive to let you and like your sister do these career choices instead of like the conventional boring stuff. Actually, I'm not clever enough.
If I went to see a doctor and Sims was the doctor, I would definitely not want to go see the doctor.
I wouldn't know what to do. I actually don't even have the brains to do it. Maybe if I was really clever, and then I don't know, maybe that would be different. I actually,
but but you just wanted to follow your passion.
This is actually like the.
Do you know your left and right? Do you know your left and right?
Is this my right?
Okay,
yes.
Well, I mean, you got
it like this.
Okay, yeah. I've been trying to teach Sims to do that for the last 5 years.
I do that.
I do this all the time.
And she still gets it wrong.
I've done it when I'm driving before. I thought that's bad.
Nah, you need to have your hands on the wheel.
Hands on the wheels. But no, I've been really, really lucky with my family, and they've been really supportive. Also, like, we do family adverts together. So like, we all kind of love it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're all basically lit, man. That's what it is.
We're lit.
Yeah, so like in terms of family, like you mentioned being lucky and having that kind of understanding, but what about communication? How important has communication been? Because when you're growing up as a kid, then a young adult, and now you are an adult and you're doing the things that you're doing, you know, your communication with them is so important. I mean, did you have any obstacles in that sense, or have they always just been very, very like, almost like friend-like?
I think, no, they were definitely parents. Do you know what I mean? They were definitely parents. My mum is much like, she's very chill. She's very, very chill. My dad, he's passed away now, but he was quite strict. But he was never strict in the career route. Yeah, he could be strict. He could be like a conventional brown parent. It's like, no, you got to be home at 10. It's 10:01, why are you late? Do you know what I mean? He would be like that. My mum would be like, who cares? Stay out longer. Have fun. Do you know what I mean? So it was kind of a weird dynamic with them two, because it would always be good cop, bad cop. But they were never like that with career. They always said, I think they realised that like we're actually like, that was the one thing we were good at. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And my mum put us in dancing when we were like babies. Do you know what I mean? We were so young. So blame yourself, because you trained us up young. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think from that age, we grew up and that's what we love to do. That's what we were doing that like 5 times a week. Yeah. Like going dancing. So I think later on when I went to drama school and stuff like that, and then I started to book jobs, I just realised, oh, this is a proper career. It's not just like a thing. It's a hard career, and you can make amazing money from it. It's a full-time career, okay? But people think, oh, it's a hobby. Is it a hobby? It's like, no, you have to train for this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And like, I think it can be quite hard, because obviously you're kind of like doing things for yourself to like stay motivated. It can be quite difficult. Do you find any obstacles there, or do you find it quite hard staying motivated, or do you feel like actually you're just empowered by the fact that you're making your passion your career?
I think with motivation, it when you're an actor, you're not in a job all the time. You have these downtime, you have these breaks, or you've just filmed for like 3 months and then maybe your next job doesn't start for another 2 months. You have months where you don't work. Like right now, I'm not in an acting job.
Yeah. That's why you're sitting here.
That's why I'm sitting here. I'd be here regardless. But that's why you have these downtime, and it's quite hard. You don't know when your next job's gonna come, and that's the hard thing I find. That's when I turn to I do more on TikTok, and that's why it's good to have the second second income there, because then I can do that. I can focus more on that. It's quite a hard balance when you don't know when your next job is coming. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you probably find that you can do content on the side, and then you can have your DJ gigs. I
think it's about having multiple things going for yourself.
I think it's really important to have a lot of things, a lot of different things you can do when you're not working.
I feel like that's something that the new generation have clocked onto, and people like yourself, even Sims, you girls are very good at that. I feel like the older generation will do one thing and become very stubborn, oh nah man, you can't go and do something else, or you can't do this, and then eventually you lose out, man.
I think they probably consumed their whole life with that one thing. Do you know what I mean? And then they realise, I actually could have done other things, but now it's too late. Do you know what I mean? Which is quite sad.
It is sad,
There's so many, you shouldn't pigeonhole yourself. If you can do it all, do it all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
I never thought I'd be saying this, but back in my day.
Yeah. How old are you?
Nah, I'm old, but I'm not old. But
You're not old.
What it is, I've been in the game a long time.
Okay,
so for me, it's a lot of people that started out with me in the music thing, I don't know where they are now. And I'm sorry that's the case, but it's the reality, because they haven't moved with the times. And
Yeah.
Some of them were even hating on Sims a few years ago. I don't know where they are now.
Nah, I'll fight them.
But having so many different elements to what you do and figuring out how to make money from all of those things.
Yeah.
What's that process like? Especially with TikTok, a lot of people don't even know how to make money from TikTok. So for them to see that, okay, she can act in a movie, for example, but at the same time be actively earning from TikTok, as little or as much as it is, it's still earning something, right? How did you get to that process?
I think this goes back to when I woke up with the 20K and I was like, oh my God. And then slowly but surely, I didn't realize how much money you could actually make on there. Yes, I'd seen Kyron, but Kyron's got millions of followers, right? So I knew how much money he was making. I thought, well, that's not going to be possible for me over here. And then I realized there's so many different ways to make money off there. Obviously, there's the views, which I don't think is actually that amazing for me personally. The brand deals. Brands got money. Do you know what I mean? And I think they once you work with kind of one brand, they can kind of see you can do that kind of thing, and then another brand will approach you, another brand. It was amazing. And then TikTok Shop money is crazy as well. I don't know if you guys have ever sold anything on TikTok Shop before, but you probably have clothes, maybe, I don't know.
I need to get into it, to be fair.
Honestly, the money is mental. And you just kind of, because you see it in your account and it happens over 30 days and you kind of wake up with the money just there. Sometimes you wake up and then your number, you think, that's what people earn in 2 months of work. And I think, well, what have I done?
Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm just eating this little... Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. Or this is my new top from TikTok Shop. It's crazy. I understand why people do it and people push it. I don't really do it as much now, but back in the day when I was at drama school and stuff like that, that money was
relying on it.
It was crazy money. And I was whoa.
Yeah.
Honestly, TikTok is a great form of income for...
Did you stress when you started hearing rumours that it might get banned in the UK? Because that's a big thing, right?
Yeah, I was stressed, yeah. I was stressed. Didn't they ban it for 1 day in America and then it just came back? Thanks, Trump. What does that even mean? That was so ridiculous. But no, it was stressful actually, because that was a big part of my money. Yeah. And that's a big part of my livelihood as well. So I enjoy it. Yeah. I love to brain rot on TikTok for hours a day. I love it. Do you know what I mean? So if it wasn't there, I don't even know what we do. I have to go on Instagram Reels. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Makes sense.
I don't really do Instagram. Like, I don't do Instagram so much. So, like, TikTok was really, really just like, I could just be my full personality. Like, I don't even, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can just be myself on there.
I do find that a lot. Like, people prefer posting more on TikTok than Instagram, or things are more TikTok worthy than Instagram. I don't know. I've had that thing in my head as well before.
I feel like sometimes my Instagram is very, I don't know, proper and just like, oh, nice looking pictures and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You don't see me with like, I've just woken up, my hair's in a messy bun and I'm just complaining about something.
Yeah.
That works for TikTok. Because people want to see like raw, authentic, like people.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see that. And I think a lot of people from Picture This like saw that, saw me in the film and then went and saw me on TikTok and went, oh my God, like, I actually love your TikTok. You're so normal and so real. And I thought, that's what I want to be. Do you know what I mean? That's what I like watching the celebrities.
Yeah.
That they're like normal. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely. So obviously you recently starred in Picture This.
Yeah.
So we have to talk about that. How did that come about? Like, how did you get the role? What was the process of that?
That's on Amazon Prime, right?
Yes, yeah. Amazon Prime. Do you know what? It was crazy. I actually have never told this story before. I'll tell it now. I actually got the audition through and I didn't even read it. I didn't even look at it. And I was going traveling for 3 months and it was literally the exact 3 months I was traveling. Also, like, I had just lost my dad and I wanted to get away and I was like, oh my God, no, I'm going away. And I said to my agent, don't, like, you can maybe send me through things that'll be worth it, but I'm probably not going to look at it. I'm probably going to say no. Anyway, I got this one through. Yeah, I read like the beginning of it and I was like, this does look amazing, but I'm going. So I actually said no at first, which is nuts now. It's crazy to me. Then the casting director of that, I auditioned for her like probably like 4 months ago before that audition came through. And I got to the final of this like amazing series that I was like auditioning for months for. And I really, really wanted it. It was an amazing series. I didn't get it. And I was like gutted. And I was like, oh, it took me a while to get over that one. So then she was casting this. And then she said to me, oh no, Anoushka, please, can you actually audition for this? Because I think you're really perfect for it. And I was like, oh, well, I can't say no now. Of course, fine. And then I actually read the script and I was like, I'm an idiot. I didn't even read it. Like, if I had just read it, I would have never have turned it down because the script was amazing. And I literally instantly, like, I was reading it and I was laughing whilst reading it. And I thought, no, this is something I really want to do. So I did one round and then I did a chemistry read with Simone. And then I literally found out I had the job. It was very quick, very easy, very, very grateful that she came back to me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And obviously working alongside Simone Ashley, like, what was that experience like? Because, you know, she's huge as well. She's a big deal.
She's huge. Everyone on that cast was big. I was like the only like newbie kind of vibe. Like, even to work with like Sindhu V, love her. Like Nikesh, Asim Chowdhury, come on, he's literally like a legend. Honestly, everyone on that cast, I would get there every day and be like, oh my God, I'm just having like a chat with Simone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And honestly, it was great. I loved it. We spent 3 months. We got really close. I really enjoyed the whole cast. I love Sindhu. Like, Sindhu V played my mum. She's the best woman on earth. I think she's hilarious. She's so funny.
And then, like, behind the scenes of like actually filming it, like, what was that process like? What was your schedule like? Was it quite demanding, intense? So the process of filming, was it long? Yes.
So we were filming for 3 months. And because I was getting married throughout the whole film and my character was quite glam, I was definitely like first one in the makeup chair in the morning, last one to leave. Oh my God, yeah. I would be asleep in the chair. Jessie, who was doing my makeup, I'd be like, she'd be like, if you just lift your head back, I will just close your eyes, I will do your makeup like this. I was so tired. Like, also it's not even like, obviously it's early mornings, it's like super early in the morning, and obviously it's late days. That's fine. It's the wedding outfits, the jewelry, the hair extensions, the lashes, the nails, and having to keep that outfit on for hours. Like, I would be ready on set at like something ridiculous, like 7 a.m. Bearing in mind I've got in way earlier than that to get ready, and then I'm not taking that outfit off till like apart from like an hour at lunch, till like, I don't know, 12 hours later.
Oh my God.
And I'm just wearing it was the earrings that were like killing me. And it was also stripper heels that I'd have to wear like underneath my outfits, because some of them were so long, but they were so beautiful and you actually couldn't take them up, but they were so gorgeous. So they were just like, we'll just get you in these heels. luckily I had like someone to literally change me into Crocs every time we hit like cut. But it was, I mean, I looked amazing. Thank God. I've never looked like that in a program before. I've always looked like really, I normally get cast as like really young, like 16-year-olds, no makeup, bit of lip gloss, like that's it. Or like in a school uniform. I don't ever get to wear these nice outfits. So I was actually really excited for it. Yes, I was like in pain and it was uncomfortable, but it was all worth it. Do you know what I mean?
That's crazy. But it's funny you mentioned like your usual roles that you've done to like adapting to something new. Like, how does that work then? Like when you're getting auditions or you know, there's interest in someone wanting you to act in a show or a movie like that. Do people kind of know what they want from you in the sense that they kind of know what you're about, or is it more like how far can this girl adapt to fitting a role that we think she might make sense for? Are you quite adaptable is the point I'm trying to...
I would say I've played such a range of characters. When you do like majority of, after like COVID now, a lot of the auditions are self-tapes. You film yourself doing a scene and I think you can kind of make yourself look, I can be, without any makeup on, I can look super young. Like I can look like a 16-year-old girl. But if I like dress up a bit more, I can look older. So I can kind of make myself look what they want. Adaptable. Yeah. And I think it's really important to be an adaptable actor though. I mean, some people are really good at doing like comedy and stuff like that, but I love doing comedy and I think that is like, I really enjoy it, but I also love like something like dark and like sad or like really twisted. Do you know what I mean? Like I actually really like doing those
like
things
a thriller
as well.
Kind of, or a horror kind of.
Yeah,
vibes.
like something like that, or like a really like emotional, like real, a big drama. Like I actually love doing them too.
Yeah.
Like I did this play, and it was very like emotional, like crying every night, and I thought this is so fun. Like, I really enjoyed it. I don't know what it is, just to like get to that state every night, because sometimes I'm used to doing like adverts and they're very fun, comedy things are very fun. This was like this is dark.
Something different.
I liked it.
No, that's lit, yeah. Because I remember I'd done some acting for Hamza Productions for his
my God
YouTube show. I can't adapt.
No way.
I could only play
bad man.
Right.
He was smoky.
Yeah.
You're
I'm one of the main characters in there, and I can't.
I'm a celebrity. That's crazy.
I can't adapt to anything else.
He was amazing.
I could only be that one person and act the same way. And the second I tried to do something, he tried to make me do something or say something that's a little bit out of line.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, do you think I'm a dickhead?
Acting.
That's the problem. So not everyone can do this acting thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Like it takes a certain type of person to be able to.
You were a dire bad man. You can act.
But it takes a certain type of person to adapt to different roles. Is what I'm trying to say. Like,
thank you.
I really struggled. Like when he tried to make me make certain jokes, I was like, bro.
No, but I think
Really?
it's that sense of like, I guess, detaching from your your own personality. To the whatever role you're playing.
Yeah.
Do you find that?
Yeah, because sometimes I'm like I've played characters, I think, oh my God, like this is so cringe, like this is so like, oh, you know what I mean? Like my real life character my real life personality would never say something like that, or this is that ridiculous. But you really just have to, also you're being paid for this job. So like, and you want to do well, and you kind of mentally put yourself in those shoes. And I kind of do like a lot of exercises like that. Like I'll create a playlist for them, like what I think the character's music's going to listen to. Like I had a playlist for my character in Picture This, songs that she'd like, or like I sometimes have like a perfume that I think they'd wear, something like that, just to help you like visualize.
Well, that's deep.
Visually.
That's really cool.
The song one is really helpful actually, because you can listen to it like before you go on set. I used to listen to it in like trailer in the mornings, just like to detach yourself from that character and just put yourself in. I thought you guys might like that because you guys are music people.
What songs were in that playlist? I'm so intrigued.
So it was a lot of pop. I think she's a pop girly, but I think she also, like, I think she does love old school Bollywood. Like she kind of, her wedding was very Bollywood, which I also loved. Obviously there was a few like modern elements, but the basis of it was very Indian, and I loved that. So I think there's little, like, we had like a lot of talks with like the director's amazing, about like what her life would be like before, and the mum's obviously very Indian, and I think they would have had a lot of Bollywood influences growing up, which I like.
That's interesting though that you proper put yourself in the character.
Yeah.
Whilst you're filming.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Like in between.
Otherwise, you just feel a bit disconnected to it all, and you think, I don't know. I feel like it's very easy to like, I don't know.
Yeah, feel
just
disconnected.
Feel disconnected and where I'm just saying lines here. Do you know what I mean?
But
you
this
wanna
is
feel
why
like
it takes a certain type of person to act, because that's like you're literally having to. I mean, there's a lot of actors online anyway, but I mean, like what I mean by that is people trying to give off a persona that they're not really true to themselves. But like you're doing it intentionally with an acting role, right? But it's like, did you know that these were the elements of acting before you even got a role? Like.
Yeah, I kind of, because I went to drama school, we obviously learned a lot about that. But actually, I trained in musical theatre, so I really wanted to be in musicals. Like, all my life, I was like, no, I'm going to be on the West End. I'm going to be on the West End. I'm going to be doing this. Actually, there was hardly any Indian roles. A lot of them, it was actually like this many at the time. I was like, oh my God, I don't even like that role. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to do that. And then I was like, oh. And then I kind of just slowly and surely like, I was booking more acting jobs than I was musical theatre roles, and I still really wanted to do it, but it just wasn't working out in like for me that much.
What I also wanted to ask is, I mean, it's probably such a cliche, but like being obviously Asian and being in the acting world, I mean, what kind of obstacles do you face? Because obviously you're limited to certain roles, I'm guessing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, unless they're painting you blue in Avatar or something.
Exactly, that'd be great. But I think with there's a lot of auditions I get through that are like any ethnicity, any race, any hair colour. And I think, oh, for God's sake, you're not going to want me. Like, you just kind of know, and you can just kind of tell. Really? Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm absolutely wrong. I'll hold my hands up. But the majority of the ones that I get, and then I watch it when it comes out, you've gone with someone white, because they usually have a white family, or like, it's like, I think a lot of people love like a mixed race family now. They love one black parent, one white parent, and then mixed race kids. That is a very common thing in adverts as well. So I think sometimes I look at these, any ethnicity, any race, and I think the chances of me getting this are slim. When I see an audition come through that's like Indian girl, 20 years old, I think, oh, I actually have a good chance of getting this, or I have a good understanding of what they want. Like, do you know what I mean? I think I have a better chance of actually getting this.
So
because
do you have like a industry beef with like other Asians that are like fighting for the same role?
Do you know what? Me and my sister go for the same roles.
So do you like have beef? Do you have like,
we actually don't. We actually do the self-tapes together.
Does it get political? A little bit?
I mean...
Be honest as well. Does it get a little bit political?
We don't... There's obviously roles... We're very different. Me and my older sister are so different. Like,
You've
met my sister. We look different. We're different heights. She's so much shorter than me. I'm so much shorter. We have very different castings, but yet we are still being put forward. We're different ages as well. We go for the same roles sometimes. We actually do a lot of self-tapes together.
But do you ever watch like a show that you've auditioned for and you see like an Asian go in there and you're like, nah, I could have done that better, man?
I think there's definitely some that you
Why are you
watch.
stuttering?
No, he's putting you on the spot.
I'm sorry.
No, but I think there's definitely things you watch and you think, yeah, I could have done that, but that's not what they were wanting.
No, but do you have like industry beef? Is it like, man,
I don't personally have any Indian beef, I said. I don't eat beef. I don't have any industry beef.
Do you have industry wars with other Asian female actresses and all that trying to go for the same role?
I don't feel beef towards them because I'm happy.
But do you ever feel they
did.
beef you? Like they're thinking, nah, like...
It's one-sided beef then if they're beefing me, because I ain't saying anything back to them. I think people definitely do. Other people definitely do out there. And I think if you're not celebrating other Indian people in this industry, then come on.
But it's a very competitive industry you're in.
Yeah.
Because people
absolutely.
are literally going for roles based off what you look like. That's why I'm asking.
It
All jokes
absolutely.
aside, it sounds very competitive.
It's also a lot of rejection. I've become very good at being rejected daily. I will wake up on a Monday morning and my agent will send me like 5 rejections. I think, perfect, brilliant. Morning, hi.
But that's the norm, right? That's the norm.
It's literally the normal. So many rejections. Also, sometimes you send off the self-tape and you just never hear back. And then the thing just comes out. You don't ever hear like a lot of the times. And there's a lot of things you also think you're literally so perfect for and you think, oh my God, this is it. And then you don't get it. Like maybe that other job that I was going for, I thought this is it. This is the big job that's going to change my life. And then it wasn't. And then something else worked out for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's you have to be
And then
really
you watch
thick
that
skin.
show and you're like, nah, I could have done better.
Yeah.
No, but I'm guessing you have to be like really thick skinned.
You have to be so thick skinned because also your life your career is in the palm of someone else. If someone doesn't like the way you look, or I get a lot of I'm too small because I'm literally like 5 foot. So a lot of things don't work for me. And that was a lot of things in musical theatre. That was a lot of things. It was like, if you're 5'5" and under, you can't do that. And I was like, well, I can't do that then. Do you know what I mean?
That's annoying.
Yeah, it was really annoying. But
have you ever tried to catfish them and be like, yeah, no?
oh my God, I was lying. Oh my God, this is actually the most ridiculous story. I was lying about my height because sometimes I'd switch it up. I'd go up to 5'2", and I think, whatever. You won't even tell.
Add on an inch.
Then I got measured at this audition. Oh my God, they measured me.
Your heart was beating, innit?
No, guys, they measured
But then what did you
4'11". They measured 4'11", and I said to her, do that again. I said, do that again. My back wasn't straight.
I know you were proper
My
doing
back
that.
wasn't straight. And she went 155 centimeters. I went,
is that right?
That's 4'11". That's 4'11". I went, how so embarrassing. On my CV, literally in front of her, 5'2", I think.
Oh.
I lied.
Oh, man.
But that must be hard to like, because you can't help the height that you are. Like, that must be hard to
That's
like
it.
go through.
I think that's another thing.
But what if they like pulled out a role and said you have to be under 5 foot? Then you obviously
Oh
can
God,
get
then
it.
I'm 4'11".
But then you end up being like Oompa Loompa or something.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
How would you feel? Like, would you feel
The thing is
violated?
that also, they never specified what height they wanted on there. So that might have worked to my favour.
No, but
that
what
I
if they
was
started
shorter.
painting you orange and said,
I'd be happy with it. Do you remember the Indian Oompa Loompa from Willy Wonka? Have you seen
that's what
that
I'm
film?
trying to say, yeah, that's what I'm trying to
I wonder what he's up to now.
I don't know.
I wonder what he's doing.
I actually don't know.
He's
love to know.
probably still getting paid somewhere.
He's definitely
because
getting something
That was a
from that.
huge thing.
Yeah.
He's quite an icon, actually.
Would you say you have any actors that you'd love to, obviously you've worked with amazing actors, especially in
Yes.
like Picture This.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people that I'm guessing like loved working with on that.
Yeah.
Do you have any actors that you can like see yourself working with? It's your dream to work with them?
I would say there's actually 2 directors that I want to work with. I love Mindy Kaling, obviously. She's just an icon. Do you know she got the first Hollywood star? The first South Asian woman to get a Hollywood star.
Amazing, yeah.
Sorry, but that was only like a few months ago.
Oh, wow.
There's
But-
no other South Asian women that had a Hollywood star. I think that's crazy.
That is crazy, yeah.
That's
But who would get it before her off the top of your head? Because I can't even think of
I can't think of someone. I feel like there's a lack
Maybe
of...
Mira Sayal?
possibly.
Maybe.
But then it's what impact
I
are they
guess
having
there's a lot
in
of Bollywood
America?
ones, but they wouldn't be on the
What
Hollywood
impact are they
ones.
having in America though? Because it's also an American thing, right? It's
That's
not-
actually so true.
yeah. Like you got to look at where the impact is.
Yeah.
Like if you go to India and you see the impact, and you go to the UK or you go to Canada, but then Hollywood's Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's where it is, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I want one.
No, you will.
And then I love Gurinder Chadha.
Oh, yeah.
Everything she does, I think, turns to gold, and I want it. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think they're my 2 favourite that I'd love to work with. A lot of actors I'd love to work with, like loads of different actors, but those I'd love to be directed by those 2. I think they're brilliant.
Now we're really excited for your future. I feel like
you.
you've got so much fuel in the tank.
I do. I feel like this is like just the start.
Yeah.
But I just need things to come in.
Yeah.
I can imagine you in 20 years' time looking back and be like, right,
Oh my God.
just kept it going.
Have me back in 20 years.
Yeah, for an update.
See where you guys are. You guys could be everywhere.
Yeah, I'll probably be in a wheelchair by then. I'm joking.
Oh my God.
I'm joking. But yeah, it's been a pleasure catching up
Yeah.
with you.
Thank you,
What can we
guys.
look out for the rest of the year? Have you got any other plans, or is it kind of early stages with other things?
Yeah, I've got something coming out in May. A little
Sick.
ITV series thing.
Dope.
Not a huge crazy part, but like it's a really good series. I think it's going to be really good. And then the rest I'm just auditioning. There's a few things in the pipeline, but they've not been confirmed, so I won't say anything yet.
Yes. But I know the industry is like that.
You know what it's like, right?
Yeah,
There's
but
a lot
that's
of other factors.
But obviously, your
Yeah.
social media is popping, so you're good.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Exactly. Well, we're so excited to see what else you've got this year. And thank you so much for coming
Thank you for
on.
having me, guys. See you in 20 years.